Hi folks, how are you doing? The second round of the 2014 Sinquefield Cup in St. Louis, USA is in the books, and we had tons of fighting chess there, fighting spirit, and very exciting games in this round. All three of the games really were, short, but no fast draws, boring draws there. Lots of exciting chess here going on. The first game to come to an end was this roller coaster we're gonna see in this Aronian with white against Topalov, Vachier Topalov with black game. There we go. We had a Slav defense to start the game. Aronian is white. He played first knight f3, knight f6, and after knight c3, Vachier, the former world champion from Bulgaria, chose the Chebanenko or simply the a6 Slav, leading usually to uncommon and original positions. e3, b5 is the move that black is willing to play after this a6. This is all black plays this a6-4. Now c5, closing the position. g6. Levon plays here bishop to d2. Not the most popular move, but still theoretical and a logical move, just developing a piece. Vachier plays bishop to g7. And for instance, Aronian had used this line with white pieces in 2004 in a game of my database, losing against Bu Xiangzi, the Chinese GM. Now he plays b4 and a5, very logical, as a3 is not possible because the rook would be hanging after the captures. So here b takes a5 was played, knight e4. And now Levon is going into the line, which I'm gonna have to include his comments after the game, in the interview, post-game interview, because they are pretty hilarious. He said he knew all these ideas with now the kind of forced line after knight takes e4. He knew this was bad, this wasn't supposed to be good, but he had this kind of curiosity, He said, like, when you try to fix the refrigerator on your own and it's a disaster, well, this is pretty much what's going to happen to him in this opening. He was laughing, but it can't be very funny when you're seeing this coming against you on the board. Here knight e5 is what the engine suggests, with a pretty cramped pawn structure for white, but still seems to be the best in this position for white. After knight g5, this is what comes here for him. First queen to d5, just attacking the knight, and after f4, well, of course, black is not taking en passant because knight would take back and will have a magnificent position there. But instead, the forced line with h6, knight h3, and it definitely was not home preparation by Levon. He said this was just that kind of not very healthy curiosity to see why people wouldn't play like this with white pieces. Well, this is the reason. Bishop takes, g takes, and this incredible bang move, bishop taking on d4, is the reason that why white shouldn't be playing like this. Of course, the point is that after e takes, e3, and black is attacking the bishop with the pawn, and the rook is hanging on the corner on h1, so not a great position to have with white pieces only after 15 moves. Levon chose to play bishop takes e3 here, just taking at least a pawn for the rook there, for the rook and the bishop he took. It's not easy to survive if you're playing rook g1, because black is not taking on d2 yet. He's playing queen takes d4 now, attacking even more things, attacking a1 if the queen isn't. If the queen goes away, the rook would be hanging. There is still the d2 bishop under attack, and that would be discard attack against the other rook as well. So black is attacking almost everything here. So bishop takes e3 was played. Of course, black takes the rook in the corner. And as Levon said, this is kind of a desperate move. Try to castle long and have some compensation here. Of course, the advantage must be in black's favor here, but still somehow unclear position, as we'll see. Knight a6, and white castles long, trying to play bishop g2. attacking this queen, attacking c6, which would give him certainly lots of compensation. I mean, white gets some compensation with after queen d5 and bishop to g2. He has the bishop pair. He has some possibilities of trying to open the position up, but it's probably not enough. And although the position is really unbalanced and not that easy to judge, as we will see. Queen c4 check. After king b1, Topalov plays queen to e6. Well, the engine was suggesting the queen to b4 check, and after, for instance, king to a1, the really not very natural king d7, arguing that the queens are going to be exchanged. The d5 push isn't very dangerous. There won't be much attack, and now the king is being active, defending the key c6 pawn. So well, I mean, black's computer said this is better for black, not much, but just to demonstrate how unclear the position is, black should be better, but really not that easy, as queen e6, it seems, now is letting white try to open the position up. d5 was played, white has the bishop pair, better development for the material, so trying to open the position makes perfect sense. Topalov gave a couple of checks, and now, surprisingly, he went on to castle on the queen side. And well, Levon said this, he felt this was kind of the end of the game, because now that the game just flips over, because this is, I mean, white has really compensation right now with all his pieces being very active. The d6 push in the air, both bishop have really a target, a job to do here, just attack this black king. And Aronian said he was really surprised that Veselin played this move, castling along, being a great attacker himself. d6, and really here Topalov blunders, he cracks under some pressure. Okay, not easy to say why queen d7 is the best move here according to the engine. Seems to be the only one to hold. I mean, sometimes you wonder what's black plan is. Not really that happy position for black. Somehow passive one. But what Veselin did seems much worse, as he took on d6. C takes. Now he tried to check white and try to get something going on with this check, but after 26, king to c1, there is no more checks, and it's white turn to start a deadly attack right now. Okay, Topalov goes to f6, maybe trying to get this queen to a1 with some check, with something going on, but it's white to play here, and d7 check is really as deadly as it can be. King b7 was played, and now the key move is bishop to d4 for kind of a skewer here. The queen, the rook on h8. Topalov, I mean, really hopeless position. Topalov played queen to e6. I mean, if the best you can get here is being a piece down after rook takes, bishop takes, rook takes d2, and rook takes d2, up a piece, simple as that. So that means that your position is really very sad one. Topalov tried queen to e6, but now after bishop h8, I think he just resigned, because there is no way. I mean, white is already up a piece, and you just cannot take here, because this pawn, after something like queen d4 attacking h8, this pawn is going in one way or another. b6 is threatened as well, so this is absolutely a busted position for black. So pretty much a roller coaster, really a disastrous game for Veselin Topalov, because he had a really good position, good looking position in the opening, where Aronian went for this kind of risky continuation, sacrificing some material there, not really being very happy with his position after the opening, but suddenly after castling long, the Bulgarian GM gave Aronian really lots of initiative and lots of compensation for the material.